Good science does not force one worldview on students or the public. Biblical creation is good science because Christian schools always present different worldviews. I visited Christian schools around the world, and I've never been to a Christian school that forces just one worldview. They always present the evolutionary worldview for the students to consider. But evolution, in contrast, is bad science because evolutionists seek to teach evolution as the only world view. To give you an example of this, from the United Kingdom, there has been atheistic lobbying, very aggressive lobbying to have evolution taught to very young children. At present, evolution is taught from age 11 in the United Kingdom, but atheist lobby groups are trying to push that back to age 5. Creation scientists have tried to counter lobby. Just to give you one example of the news media, a national newspaper, the Daily Telegraph, they described this conflict and battle. Here we have a picture of Richard Dawkins, the pin-up boy for atheists. They described me as a pin-up boy for creationists. I've never been described as a pin-up boy before. I'm sure I'm better looking than Richard Dawkins. But there is this debate that's been going on in the UK. But I have some news, some sad news. We lost that battle. This September in 2014, evolution is to be taught to 5 to 11-year-olds in the United Kingdom. And I've extracted this from the just released national curriculum. In state schools, the young children have to learn this. They have to identify how animals and plants are adapted to suit their environment in different ways, and that adaptation may lead to evolution. Note how adaptation is confused with evolution. Adaptation is not evolution or evidence for evolution. So these young children are going to be taught a very confused, false message from the age of 5. But another reason for explaining this to you is I wanted to explain the role of the British Humanist Association in this change. This was a very recent announcement on their website. The British Humanist Association said this: "We very much welcome the fact that evolution is to be taught in primary schools. This is a change we have long campaigned for example, through Teach Evolution, Not Creationism." Note how the British Humanist Association campaigned for the change. Many teachers and members of the public are unaware of the atheist roots of many of these changes in the teaching of origins in schools. And I don't know if that's the same in the United States, but it's certainly true in the UK. And many of the leading proponents of evolution are often atheists. In the UK, we have Richard Dawkins, Stephen Jones, Alice Roberts. They all have a special award from the British Humanist Association. They have this Distinguished Supporters of Humanism award. So you often find proponents of evolution are also hardline atheists. And I don't know if you find this here in the United States. Daniel Dennett, Eugene Scott, hardline atheists pushing evolution. And I think there's a message there. There is a connection between evolution and atheism. Evolution is an atheistic world view.